Telespazio are pleased to present their ongoing work to encourage interoperability within the ecosystem of EO exploitation platforms. The availability of free open data and affordable computing resources create an opportunity for the wide adoption and use of Earth observation data in all fields of our society. ESA's EO Exploitation Platforms initiative aims at facilitating adoption with the paradigm shift from bring the data to the user to bring the user to the data. So rather than downloading the data for local analysis, instead the user's analysis is moved to hosted environments with co-located computing and storage. This leads to a platform-based ecosystem that provides infrastructure, data, compute, and software as a service. The resulting exploitation platform is where scientific and value-adding activities are conducted to generate targeted outputs for end users. An outcome of this paradigm shift is a network of EO resources, in which platforms provide access to data and services that is tailored for particular communities, such as the TEPs. In order to fully exploit the potential of these complementary resources, we anticipate the need to encourage interoperation amongst the platforms, such that users of one platform may consume the services of another directly platform to platform. Hence, the goal of the Common Architecture through the EOEPCA project is to define and agree the technical interfaces for the future exploitation of EO data in a distributed environment. The Common Architecture will provide the interfaces to facilitate the federation of different EO resources into a network of resources. The Common Architecture will be defined using open interfaces that link the platform components so that a user can efficiently access and consume the disparate services of the network of EO resources. We identify two kinds of user: experts who perform analysis and create added value resources, and consumers of those resources. We consider the platform as a series of layers. The resource tier represents the hosting infrastructure and provides the EO data, storage, and compute upon which the exploitation platform is deployed. The platform tier represents the exploitation platform and the services it offers to end users. This includes services for resource discovery, data access, and a user-extensible processing framework. The platform's offering is published through standards-based web services. Platform portals provide rich graphical interfaces that serve consumers and experts alike. The platform authorizes and accounts for all user service and resource usage. The exploitation tier represents the end users who exploit the services of the platform to perform analysis or using high-level applications built on top of the platform's services. Federation and interoperation of platforms is a key goal of EOEPCA. This is achieved through an architecture with clear, open, standards-based interfaces between services and platforms. Expert users encapsulate their application as a Docker container and use the common workflow language to describe its inputs, outputs, and invocation profile. The processing infrastructure exposes interfaces that build upon OGC Web Processing Service and the emerging API processes. Once registered, containerized applications are deployed on demand to local or remote platforms for execution close to the data, using common workflow language to parameterize the job on invocation. Processing inputs and outputs are expressed by reference as OpenSearch request URLs. Stack catalog files provide a standard manifest to enumerate and provide metadata for application data stage in and result set stage out. Standard data access protocols are used for retrieval of input data, delivery of output data, and chaining of data between steps of multi-platform workflows. For platforms to successfully interoperate, they must federate user access in order for requests between services to respect the user's authorization scope and to account for their actions. OpenID Connect and OAuth are used to authenticate users via an extensible set of external identity providers. User-managed access allows end users to dynamically declare their own platform resources and manage access rights as resource owners. This facilitates access and sharing of resources between platforms and user communities. We invite feedback for our documentation on GitHub, where you will also find our reference implementation of the common architecture. Thanks for your attention.